Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys the ultimate rare car guide for Grand Theft Auto Online for an updated 2017 version. So over the past couple days, I've been getting a lot of tweets saying like, can you go over all the rare cars that are still available in Grand Theft Auto Online? Can you show us the rare modifiable NPC cars? And I think that's because in some recent money-making videos, I've said that's actually a good way to make some cash. So in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today, showing you guys all of the rare storable vehicles that you can either sell, use in free mode, or do whatever you want with in Grand Theft Auto Online. So we'll start with this one because I showed it to you guys a couple days ago, and that is actually the rare Dubsta. Now, in order to get this to spawn, there's a gold and a chrome version. You're actually going to need to become a road captain in a motorcycle club. And when you're the road captain of this motorcycle club, you can actually spawn a Dubsta, and that version of the Dubsta will allow you to trigger the gold and chrome ones to spawn in. Now, these are most likely to be found parked at the Los Santos custom shops, or more likely to be found in the Vinewood Hills, somewhere around Martin Madrazzo's house. So that's what I would recommend you do. Become a road captain, spawn in this Dubsta, and then just start doing laps around the Vinewood Hills, and you're likely to find either a golden or a chrome one, and these actually pay out a great bit of money, somewhere around $21,000 or $22,000. So that's the gold Dubsta that I was talking about. That's how you can actually acquire it there. Let's move on to two other vehicles, and that is versions of the Sand King. So this rare NPC Sand King can be found at two locations. One is at the Los Santos custom shop in Sandy Shores, and number two is in Palito Bay. Now, the same trick has to be used for acquiring both of these. You're going to need a Sand King to get them to spawn, or you're going to have to get really lucky and just hope that it spawns randomly. So there's two versions of this vehicle. There's one in kind of this light blue color, and there's one in a yellow color. Both of them sell for around $17,000 to $18,000, and it's kind of random to get one color to spawn in over another, but basically you just want to do laps around both of these areas, the Sandy Shores Los Santos custom shop and the Palito Bay ammunition store, and if you're lucky, one of these big SUV trucks should spawn into the game, and you should be able to grab them, and then like I said, you can sell them or you can store them. So those are the two locations of the Sand King right there. Let's move on to another vehicle. There's actually two types of this one as well, and that is the modifiable Sentinel XS. So both of these can be found at the same location and at the same time. It's on Hollywood Boulevard, or it's like right in front of the Eclipse Towers apartments, and these spawn at night. So I would say anywhere from like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. you're probably good. And there's two versions. There's a purple version and a yellow version, and you can grab both of these. They should just be kind of slowly driving on the same street. Like I said, sometime during the middle of the night. So I highly recommend that you go check these out. This is probably one of the easiest ones to get just because of the location. It's not like anywhere out crazy in the world. So I definitely recommend grabbing these two vehicles. Those are the two rare modifiable NPC versions of the Sentinel XS that do sell for a pretty good amount of money as well. I think each one is like $16,000 or $17,000 or $18,000. So check those out also. Up next, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the Mariachi Tornado. Now, this one is kind of tricky because it actually reenacts a scene from Thelma and Louise. So you're going to need to go to this location on the map when your clock reaches 1900 hours. Now, it's kind of tricky because what you'll see is you'll see the Mariachi Tornado, the car we're going for, parked on a cliff with police officers behind them. Now, what you actually need to do here is snipe out the driver, because if you don't, the driver is going to fall off the cliff and go tumbling to their death. Thus, your car is going to explode. So once you've sniped out the driver, you then need to make your way to the cliff that they're on and then simply take the vehicle. Now, there is going to be a little bit of police resistance, but you shouldn't have too much trouble here. And if you use either the CEO or Lester's ability, where you can bribe the authorities or remove cops, then you should be able to easily just drive it to the LSC or your garage or do whatever you want with it. Now, you can sell this vehicle, but why would you? This is an incredibly rare car, and I definitely recommend you hold on to it because it's got the pretty cool mariachis in the back, as well as some sombreros and a Mexican flag, and an interior that is pretty rough and destroyed, making it one of the coolest cars for vehicle meetups, car shows, and really whatever else you want to do with it. All right, the next vehicle I'm going to be showing you guys how to get is the hearse. So the hearse is one of the rarest vehicles in the game because it will not spawn unless another hearse is present, with one exception, and that is if you're a part of a biker club and you start one of the biker clubhouse contracts, Guns for Hire. Now, you do have to get a specific one that actually requires you to pick up a hearse, and once you do that, you simply just need to complete the mission and then take the hearse that you used in the mission in order to get another one to spawn. It's pretty simple. So while you can't take the hearse that's used in the mission into the LSC, what you can do is use that hearse, like I said, to spawn in a new one into the game, and then you can get it yourself. And what's great about this is you can do that over and over and over and over again, spawning as many hearses as you want. So you can either get some for your friends, or you could essentially create an army of hearses and fill up an entire garage of them. Again, this is one of the rarest vehicles in the game. You can sell it if you want, but why would you? Whenever I see one of these online, I think, man, that's pretty cool. That guy is a hearse. And it's a really nice car to have it online. Definitely recommend you check it out, and it's super easy to get now thanks to this MC Biker Club mission. Okay, up next, we're going to be taking a look at the rare bodiless dune buggy. Now, in order to get this, you are going to need a regular dune buggy, and then you're going to need to go to this location on the map right now, which is kind of on the beach right behind Palito Bay. And if you drive to this location with a regular dune buggy, you should see that parked on the side of the road, you'll see a bodiless version of the dune buggy, which is pretty cool. This is customization that you cannot do in the LSC and is not there by default, and in my opinion gives it kind of a cool minimalistic look to the vehicle itself, which in my opinion is pretty neat. So if you wanted one that is a bodiless version and that is going to be rare and probably one that not many of your friends or other people will have, please check this out. It is so easy to acquire, probably the easiest one we're going to be going over on the list today. All right, the next vehicle we're going to be getting today is a rare version of the rat loader. Now, this rare version of the rat loader spawns in the Palito Bay Beakers parking lot. Now, you can try and bring a rat loader and get this one to spawn over and over and over again. However, there's actually an easier mission that will allow you to get this much faster. It's a mission called Denial of Service. Now, what I recommend you do is you start this with a rat loader and a property up in Palito Bay, but regardless, you can do whatever you want. That would just make it a little bit easier. But anyways, if you start the mission Denial of Service, it's going to make the spawn location for this rare rat loader spawn in much more frequently. So that's what I recommend you do. It's pretty cool. It's yellow. It's got a lot of modifications and upgrades on it already. You can sell this or you can store it. It actually gets you quite a nice profit based off of the original price of the rat loader. So this is pretty cool, and it's an easy way where you can get them over and over and over again. All right, the next vehicle we're going to be going over today is the Lifeguard Blazer. So you can't take this to the Los Santos custom shop, so selling it is not an option, but it is definitely a rare vehicle and is cool for off-roading car shows or beach-themed car shows. So in order to acquire this, you really don't need to do anything that special. Just drive up and down the beach until you see one of them parked next to one of the lifeguard stands, and you should just be able to easily take them. Now, a lifeguard might chase after you, but honestly, that shouldn't be really anything that stops you guys all that much. So this is actually really cool. It's actually kind of speedy, and like I said, is great for beach-themed car shows or off-roading car shows, because I guarantee you not many people are going to own one of these vehicles or even known that they could store them in their garage. So that right there is pretty cool. Okay, moving on, I've got 4 variants of vehicles that spawn in the Vinewood or the City Los Santos custom shop, the one that probably many of you guys go to, and that is the Dominator, that is the Sabre Turbo, the Ruiner, and the Gauntlet. If you bring a muscle car to the Los Santos custom shop there, you're likely going to get one of these 4 vehicles to spawn for you. Again, that's the Dominator, Sabre Turbo, Ruiner, and Gauntlet. Now, each one of these will sell for around $9,000 to $12,000, and they come with some pretty unique customization options on there. And if you want them to spawn, I recommend you come during the daytime and you bring a muscle car, considering all of those are muscle vehicles. So try that one out for yourself. It's actually a pretty easy way in which you can get a bunch of amazing rare cars like that at the Los Santos custom shop. And speaking of a bunch of other rare cars as well, we couldn't talk about rare storable vehicles without mentioning the gang cars. So it would be impossible for me to cover all the different variations. However, there are 3 types of gang cars, one for the Vagos, one for the Ballas, and one for the families. And they're all going to be located at their respected locations. So the Ballas vehicles are going to be on Grove Street, the families vehicles, the green ones a little bit to the north of that, and then the Vagos ones a little bit to the west on the other side of the train tracks. And these could be Vapid Peyotes, they could be Albany Mananas, they could be Buccaneers, they could be Tornadoes. They're all going to be in the respected colors, yellow, purple, or green, and they're all going to have minor modifications on there. And I recommend you can store them, you can sell them, you can use them to try and get others into the game as well. So those are all of the gang vehicles. All of them can be stored or sold, and they're pretty cool because they're very easy to find as well. But anyways, that right there is pretty much all of the rare modifiable vehicles that you can find in Grand Theft Auto Online free mode that you can use to sell, to store, to play around with friends, to use in car shows and whatnot. Again, those are rare and storable. I'm thinking about doing another one of these for the non-storable ones that you can only use in free mode. So if you'd like to see that, let me know in the comment section down below. However, if you guys did go and enjoy this video and if you found it helpful, please be sure to drop a like rating. That would be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.